Hi, good morning everyone. I'm back again. Okay, so this is Pilates. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you have enough to be able to do a full body stretch. A mat is always useful, and have yourself some blocks if you need to use them for your hips and your back. They do support that. If you're new to Pilates, then just make sure you follow the easier options and don't worry too much about breathing. That will come as you're going along. But definitely make sure that you choose an option that suits you. If you have any injuries, just remember, listen to your body. Don't do anything you're not supposed to. Do what you can and not what you want. All right. I'm going to move my way to the previous class. So let's get tidied up in the studio. Keep my blocks there so you can give you an option. We need to. Okay. All right. Morning, Benita. Back again. Right. Now let's just really take out the feet. Nice and strong. Just turning out the toes. And then just rocking forward and back, just finding that equilibrium. And let me know about the sound, guys, if you can fit, if it's too loud or if it's too quiet. Keep moving through. And then just stay with that until it touches. Just stay with it. So just rocking forward and back. Morning again. Can't see who you are, but see, you might be Marion. Rocking forward and back. Shoulders down back. Stop there. Hold your frame. Just circle. So I want you to really circle. Shoulders up, down, and back. Just breathing in, breathing out, and then just stop. I want you to just add a rise and a release. Just breathing out, and then breathing in. Do that again. Breathe out, and breathe in. Breathe out. Bend, and push up, bend, and push up, bend, and reach. And keep working on that breath out, and the breath in, breath out, and the breath in. One more time. Drop. A bit of Tai Chi. Exhale. Inhale. Really throwing the arms down, breathing out. And then breathing in. One more time, breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, take the arms down, then build the arms. And then roll the shoulders down, roll them back. And place your hands onto the thighs. Just push, alternating the heels, pressing through the heels, squeezing the stomach in nice and tight, and making sure you engage that core. Nice. Good. I don't really need to bump my legs if you just feel pretty good. Hold it there, drop, and then your hands up, and then just walk the feet in, press up onto the toes from the heels, and back down. Push up, and back down. Yeah, just give the legs a little shake out. So I want to just do a little bit of breathing. So I want to just talk about lateral breath. Quite often the classes are quite short, so we don't always talk about lateral breath, especially standing. So what I want you to do is I want you to just stand up with your feet underneath the body. Just turn them slightly out and just roll the shoulders down and roll them back. Okay. Placing the hands on the ribs. Moving. Notice where I've placed my fingers. I've just interlaced the fingers so that I have that position of them being just overlapping. With the shoulders down the back, so it's really taking care. If you've got a mirror around and you're making that look, so you notice like I just don't look central at all. Okay, so what I've got to do is adjust my bra and then bring myself into breathing. What I'm going to try and get you to do is a lateral breath. So when we think about lateral thoracic breath, we're trying to expand the rib cage as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, we tighten it up. So it's really important to recognise that any breath out allows you to use the muscles of the stomach to help with a movement that's quite challenging. So usually you would do an outward breath. Yoga is different. An outward breath in Pilates generally is when you are doing something that is of effort. If I was doing weight training, I would do the same. If I was pushing something away, then I would use my breath out on the effort because everything would tighten up and it would help me lift that great big weight. Now, interlace the fingers. And I just want you to breathe. Now what you're looking for, so I'm quite close there, you should be able to see, is getting away from that. Trying to, you see how my fingers move? As I breathe in, I'm filling the diaphragm up. And my rib cage is going like that. It's going wide. So I'm really focusing on breathing into that inner unit. The diaphragm is the highest point of your inner unit. Your inner unit being your core. And when I see clients, the temptation is to breathe here. The oxygen isn't getting to the right place, and it helps with anxiety as well. If you really concentrate on breath, natural breath, just allow it to flow through, in through the nose, into the diaphragm, no effort with it. And the back of the body as well. So my back should be expanding as well. Yeah? So you should feel it here. Not up here, not up into the back, high up in the shoulders, into where the rib cage just really grips around the body. And that's your lateral breath. Now as you're doing lateral breath, when you're laying down, you're trying to get the stomach flat. So what I want you to do is just for a couple more seconds before we do get into the class, I want you to just close your eyes. Just practice. Not just in the front of the body, but also in the back of the body, trying to expand through the back of the body as well. So making sure that that whole breath is encased, pushing the ribs out. And what makes it very difficult when you go to the floor is gravity changes. So you have gravity dropping on you in different directions. And relax. So anytime you can, lateral thoracic breath, come back to that throughout the moves. Being really mindful of our positions. So we change our position, we have to realign the body and make sure our breath can still go lateral regardless of whether we're laying, standing. Lateral thoracic breath as you breathe out to go down. Just allow the spine to open up. Now I want to remind you that with Pilates you have no beginning and no end to a movement. You should flow a movement from start to finish without having too many stops. So if I got to the bottom here, I wouldn't hold it. I'd want to continue to move. I'd want to continue to stack the spine because I want that movement. I want breathing out so that I feel that thoracic breath. And then back up. Restack yourself back to the top. Release. Breathe out. And then back up to the top. Restack it up. The shoulders come up. They come down back. You repeat it again. Allowing the vertebra to sequentially open, then you restack the spine. Just to mention this back, breathe in, and then exhale again. Now this time I'm going to walk out. So take myself all the way down, and then walk forward, and then drop to the knees. Very slow push. But adding some strength to this move. Bringing it back up to plank. Walking it. You can always keep it on your knees there. Feel. Supports you better. Chin comes in. Do that again. Release through. Breathing out all the way down. So try and focus. Then want to lighten it up as you breathe out. Breathe in. Out. And make sure the head isn't wandering off, creasing the back of the neck. We want to make sure we really focus on restacking. Shoulders are down and back, chin in. Exhale. Breathing out to come down. Focus on the breath. Move down the body. We walk out. Take it down to the knees, drop the toes. Just come up. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathe. As you come up. Stack yourself at the top again. Restack. Hips are square. And exhale. Really focus on breathing out as you go down. In and out, slow. Now hold it. Drop to the knees. You can use a block for your forehead if you need it for the shell stretch. And this is where you can perform your lateral breath. Think about the lateral breath. Now's a good time to engage into that practice of the lateral breath because it's very hard to lift the shoulders in this position because they're already dropping down the back, the neck's long. It's very nice to have that block underneath the head. It gives you lots of support. Shoulders on that one. Okay, now I'm going to remove my block, place it out to the side. And I'd like you to turn around so you're facing up, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to keep with the theme of the spinal flexion, so shoulders down back, neck nice and long, chin's in. I want you to just peel away from the femur into that spinal flexion and then back up to the top. Take a breath in and release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Take nice and long. And focus on the breath as you push out. I'm going to take my hands away, making it more challenging because gravity is going to hit through the chest. Makes it difficult. Keep your flexion. And then coming back up. Sit up really tall onto the sit bones. And then breathe out as you go back again. Focusing on that breath. Breathing in. And do that again. Focus on the breath as you breathe out. And you can repeat that a few more times, or you can have a challenge. So keep flexion. And flat back. The arms go wide. They come in. And they go up. Shoulders are away from the ears. Go back. Focus on the breath. Wide. Back in. And then up. Shoulders down, shoulders back. Breathe out. Wide. Use that challenge wisely. So if you find it's too much, it's pulling on the hip, come back down into the level that suits you. And nice now. Take it up. Reach your arms. Allow the shoulders to fall down the back as you slowly work your way down. Move forward, drop down into all the way back. And really extend the arms, get that full body stretch, and you exhale as your arms peel away from the floor. Spinal flexion. Reach past the toes, and then back down, keeping that flexion. Chin, and then just move it. So now I've moved backwards a little bit because my hands are now touching my walls. I've got to really pay attention to that and shift it. Try and keep the body weight on the floor, evenly on the floor. Drop down. Okay. That's where I've got to be careful because I'm moving back when I'm in that position. That's a lovely release for the spine. So just breathe out all the way to the top. So really feel the breath as you peel your spine from the floor, keeping that ready flexion. Adding that extra stretch on the end so you can get that hamstring stretch. Coming down, chin in. So take the arms out to the side. Let's place the feet flat on the floor. Lateral breath. Where the shoulders should be, up to the left side as you drop your knees to the right. Then you repeat that. You're going from side to side. You're working, just releasing through the lower back. Focus on that breath out. And do it again. And then back to center. So let's just take the hands down by the side of the body and let's do the shoulder bridge. So when you perform the shoulder bridge, let's remember the rib cage pushing in towards the hip bones, flattening the stomach. Lateral breath, neutral position, so slight gap between the back and the floor. Distance between the knees is the hips. You remain in that position as you push up. And get some height up onto the shoulder. Pushing up into the shoulder and then straight back down as well. Now sometimes I do teach this from imprint, but I'm really wanting you for this particular move to stay in neutral. Lift up and then back down. Taking a breath in at the bottom. Oh, shoulders down the back away from shoulder away from the neck, away from the ears, I should say. I'm really zipping up through my pelvis. Boom. Like like you're going to go away, you stop yourself. That's how you work through that pelvic floor. Watching the knees, making sure the knees are not moving too many different directions as you come up from the floor. Really engage the core and then back down. Take a breath in and push up. Really drive the hips high, shoulders high, and then down. And release. Bring yourself in just for that release stretch. Lateral breath. And place the right leg down, support the back. And then the left. Hands by the side, shoulders away from the ears. As you breathe out, you slide your ribs towards the hip up. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And do that again. You exhale. You inhale. So we're warming up the upper part of the abdominal. You imprint your spine into the floor. Exhale. And inhale. One more time. And release. That full body stretch again. Look straight, look long. Legs bend again. Now let's hit one leg stretch. So we bring the knee up on the right, then the left. Nice angle at your hip. Pull the belly in, press into the mat with your back. Chin onto the chest. And then we switch. Don't pull the legs, just tap to the side of the knee. Inhale. And exhale as you do that move. So inhale and exhale. Really focusing on the breath. Focusing on everything being parallel as well. You don't want to go to the side. Just focus on that breath. Inhale and exhale. Really lovely work. Keep going. Chin on the chest. And anytime you want to, you can pop a block underneath your head. And just come back to a more supportive position for the head. And again, nice and still through the middle of the body. 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive. Really well done, everyone. Shoulders down the back again. Away from the ears. And let's take care as we place the legs back down. Focus on that drawing in through the middle. Hands down, and then pick up the knee, sitting above the hip. Let's focus on that ball in the socket to the hip. Drawing in through the middle of the body. As you breathe out, and you breathe in. Leg moves away from the centre of the body, between 6 and 8 circles. Really focusing on that neutral position. I don't really encourage a straight leg on this one, although some people may want to do it. I just find, because I don't have that flexibility, when I straighten my leg, I change the angle. It's not really working evenly into that socket. And go the other way when you've done between 6 and 8. Breathe out as the leg goes away, in as it comes back across, and really focusing on the middle of the body, staying nice and still. Keep focusing on the breath. Focus on the breath. Nice work. And back into center and out. Reset, refocus. Knee comes up. Set the knee above the hip, hands to the side. Breathe out. Breathe in. And really make sure you're smoothly working. Think about the ball in the socket. It's got to move freely around that socket. Trying to keep this side of the body super still. And focus on the middle. Going the other way. Really engaging through the lateral breath as well. So think about lateral breath. Think about how you've got to really attempt on this one, because you're trying to keep this side, you're trying to keep everything in position. It's really hard to breathe laterally, but go back to the beginning of the class. And then work down. Reach everything out. Inhale and exhale. Release and relax. Let's turn around nice and safely with the hands to the side, over onto the front of the body. So we go face down, so you're in a prone position. And then the forehead is into the floor, the shoulders are away from the ears and the feet are down. You're really drawing through the middle of the body as you exhale to come up. You inhale to pull that down. You exhale and press through the hands, the forearms. As you breathe out, you breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And now I'm taking it up a level by just squeezing between the shoulder blades as I bring the arms up. This is preparation for swan dive. Breathe in, breathe out. You notice the class today is much slower. I try to always keep the classes different, and it's nice to just return back to a smoother format, a format that just takes you back to basics sometimes. So maybe this is not the class you expected today, maybe you wanted to flow a little bit faster, so therefore you'd be looking at more fitness Pilates, quicker flow. It's nice to return back to basics. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. It just really informs you of all the positions we need to be in, and all the breathing, and all the correct technique. Just reinforces that method. And then reach the arm down. Take the opposite arm to the opposite leg and move it. Breathing down. Breathe in. Just focus on that breath. Feeling the erector spine as you do preparation for swimming. Breathe out. And there's very superficial muscles of the lower back, the erector spine, so you find the kicking quite quickly. They grip quite quickly. Again, hold it, and then go. Draw the belly button in. You could stay at level 1. If this is very difficult, you could even just come to reduce the levers. Reach out. Let's go. Look at this. Pull the belly in. Feel that squeeze. Feel that squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Let's go to child's pose this time. So sitting back into the heels, reaching the arms forward. Just letting the back loose. Moving back onto the back of the body, facing up. And let's go for the 100. So knees to the ceiling, hands by the side. Go through the different levels. So remember with the 100, you breathe in for 5 seconds, you breathe out. So counts of 5. Each breath, in or out, should last 5 seconds. Your breath, lateral, really trying to go through that breath instead of open to the chest. Level 1 is here. We'll tap the hands, and they're just there to help you count. Not too much force through the shoulder, yeah? Knees up, squeeze the thighs together, level 2 and level 3. Take a breath in. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 32, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 42, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 52, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 62, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 72, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 82, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 92, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100. Release. Reset, refocus. Bring yourself up and choose whole of the mat. So make sure you have all of the mat out behind you, enough space. I'm going to do rolling like a ball. I'd like you to bring in the toes, set yourself up just to balance onto the sit bones. Be careful of the shoulders coming over and round, and just round them through. Natural flexion through the spine. Take a breath in. Lateral, so breathe a bit through that lateral breath. And out as you go back. Out there, out back. So breathe out there, and then breathe out as you come back up. Squeeze the thighs together. And again, 4 more. 4. Go again. 3. 2 more. 1 more time. And hold. Sit yourself forward. Take the toes out, toes up. Just breathe out. Reach your arms up and over. Reach up. Reach. Chin. Over. Come on. Reach up. 1 more time. Over. And back. Bring the legs in together. Soften the knees if you need that bend through the legs. You can sit up onto a block. Take the arms out. Harder version. Easier. Take a breath in for the spine twist. Shoulders away from the ears. Focus on the wrist if you're doing this level. Breathe out as you rotate. Breathe in as you come back to center. And exhale as you turn. Breathe in as you come to the middle. Exhale as you turn. Squeeze the thighs together, don't allow them to move out. Legs can be long, toes to the ceiling, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. 1 more time. And then back to center, relax. Well done, everyone. And just take a second just to take yourself back onto the floor. Knees come up, and then draw to the right and left. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Let me know what you thought of the class. I know it's a lot slower than perhaps we've been doing, but I think it was good to go back to basics. It was good to just reset, refocus on our techniques. Cross the legs over. Just take a breath in and out. Reset yourself. Think about that lateral breath. From me to you, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining me this morning. As I say, mention in the comments what you thought about the class. If you're watching this on YouTube, then give me a like, drop me a comment in the feed. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I shall see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Leslie. Bye. Thanks, guys.